Fire Country, you've broken my heart. And not in the good, this hurts but it's brilliant kind of way. No, Season 4, Episode 4, like a wounded wildebeest, doesn't just stumble. It completely unravels everything the show's been building toward. What began as one of the series' most emotionally promising seasons turns into a frustrating step backward. One that leaves fans asking, why does this show insist on repeating the same painful cycle? The episode begins right where we left off. Audrey confronting Manny about Bode's hidden pills. The tension explodes fast. Predictably, Bode goes on the defensive, lashing out instead of listening. A habit we've seen 100 times before. But Audrey, as always, handles him with grace. She's firm, honest, and refuses to let his self-destructive patterns control the narrative. She doesn't grovel for checking his things. Instead, she explains her fears any partner of an addict would have. What made Audrey special is that she never treated Bode like a project. She challenged him to grow, not because she wanted to fix him, but because she believed he could do better. Even during the rescue sequence, where they save a man trapped in a grain silo, their situation mirrors the trapped feeling in their own relationship. Instead of shutting down, Audrey speaks up. She communicates. She loves him, but she also knows when love isn't enough. And that's what makes the ending so devastating. Audrey leaves. Just like that, she transfers to another station, breaking things off with Bode. And with her exit, Fire Country loses its emotional backbone. This wasn't just another breakup. It was the writers detonating the heart of the story mid-season. The chemistry between Audrey and Bode had become the most grounded, adult dynamic in the series. To see it tossed aside for drama's sake? Brutal. If Audrey's exit is bad, the battalion chief storyline is even worse. Out of nowhere, Manny becomes the season's hero, the man everyone trusts implicitly. But this newfound blind faith in Bode? It doesn't track. Manny's always been loyal, but he's also been realistic. Suddenly staking his entire career on Bode's sobriety feels more like lazy writing than character growth. Meanwhile, Jake, who's been showing actual leadership and consistency, gets passed over again. It's a tired move dressed up in family and loyalty rhetoric. And then there's Chief Richards. He stormed in ready to burn the system down, only to become a pushover 2 episodes later. His fiery conviction disappears faster than one of Bode's good decisions. Where's the follow-through? Where's the accountability? Fire Country wants us to root for this firehouse as one big family, but real families, especially messy ones like this, don't heal overnight. Eve's subplot, meanwhile, could have saved the hour. Her reunion with former 3 Rock inmates had the potential to expose the darker realities of inmate firefighting programs, exploitation, exhaustion, and systemic abuse. For a moment, it seemed like the show might actually go there. But instead of exploring those issues, the writers take a detour and dangle the idea of reopening the camp. As if that's a fix. Eve's compassion and leadership are undeniable, but reopening the same system that broke these men in the first place doesn't heal anything. It's a temporary patch on a bleeding wound. By the time the credits roll, it's hard not to feel gutted. Fire Country had a season that was finally finding emotional maturity, tackling trauma, recovery, and second chances with authenticity. But with like a wounded wildebeest, it throws it all away. Audrey's exit doesn't just mark the loss of a great character. It signals the loss of the show's balance, the calm that kept Bode's chaos from consuming everything. Maybe there's still time for redemption. Maybe this is just a stumble before the fire reignites. But right now, Fire Country feels less like a story about healing and more like a cycle of self-destruction. And that's a tragedy all its own.